You will find meaning in life only if you create it. It is a poetry to be composed. Drop the idea of becoming someone, because you are already a masterpiece. You cannot be improved. You have only to come to it, to know it, to realize it. If you love a flower, don't pick it up. Because if you pick it up, it dies and it ceases to be what you love. So if you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. Knowledge always liberates. Life begins where fear ends. Tomorrow never comes, it is always today. You feel good, you feel bad, and these feelings are bubbling from your own unconsciousness, from your own past. Nobody is responsible except you. Nobody can make you angry, and nobody can make you happy. Be, don't try to become. Millions of people are suffering, they want to be loved, but they don't know how to love. And love cannot exist as a monologue, it is a dialogue, a very harmonious dialogue. Falling in love you remain a child, rising in love you mature. By and by love becomes not a relationship, it becomes a state of your being. Not that you are in love, now you are love. Find ecstasy within yourself. It is not out there. It is in your innermost flowering. The one you are looking for is you. Life is not a problem. To look at it as a problem is to take a wrong step. It is a mystery to be lived, loved, experienced. Sex has become more and more attractive because of its condemnation by priests. When I say be creative, I don't mean that you should all go and become great painters and great poets. I simply mean let your life be a painting, let your life be a poem. My meditation is simple. It does not require any complex practices. It is simple. It is singing. It is dancing. It is sitting silently. Your whole idea about yourself is borrowed from those who have no idea of who they are themselves. Commit as many mistakes as possible, remembering only one thing: don't commit the same mistake again. And you will be growing. Friendship is the purest love. It is the highest form of love where nothing is asked for, no condition, where one simply enjoys giving. Wherever you are afraid, try to explore, and you will find death hiding somewhere behind. All fear is of death. Death is the only fear source. The tongue never slips, remember this always. What goes on within the mind comes invariably on the tongue. In the space of no mind, truth descends like a light. To be creative means to be in love with life. You can be creative only if you love life enough that you want to enhance its beauty, you want to bring a little more music to it, a little more poetry to it, a little more dance to it. Intelligence comes from meditation, intelligence comes from rebellion, intelligence does not come from memory. Nobody has the power to take two steps together, you can take only one step at a time. If you are a parent, open doors to unknown directions to the child so he can explore. Don't make him afraid of the unknown, give him support. Mind, a beautiful servant, a dangerous master. Never interfere in anybody's life and don't allow anybody to interfere in your life. Only laughter makes a man rich, but the laughter has to be blissful. Always remember to judge everything by your inner feeling of bliss. Lovers never surrender to each other, lovers simply surrender to love. Think before you desire a thing. There is every possibility that it will be fulfilled, and then you will suffer. You should live in the world but remain untouched by it. You should remain in the world, but the world should not remain in you. All that is great cannot be possessed, and that is one of the most foolish things man goes on doing. We want to possess. Joy is spiritual. It is different, totally different from pleasure or happiness. It has nothing to do with the outside, with the other, it is an inner phenomenon. Enlightenment will be now the beginning, not the end. Beginning of a non-ending process in all dimensions of richness. Just the other day I came across a statement, a perfectionist is a person who takes great pains, and gives even greater pains to others. And the outcome is just a miserable world. Intelligence is dangerous. Intelligence means you will start thinking on your own, you will start looking around on your own. You will not believe in the scriptures, you will believe only in your own experience. When you love, love as if the person is a god, not less than that. Never love a woman as a woman and never love a man as a man. Remain in the world, act in the world, do whatsoever is needful, and yet remain transcendental, aloof, detached, a lotus flower in the pond. Truth is not something outside to be discovered, it is something inside to be realized. Whenever a situation arises that creates fear, there are two alternatives, either you fight or you take flight. The less people know, the more stubbornly they know it. If you can grow in love, you will grow in awareness. If you grow in awareness, you will grow in love. If you cling too much to logic, you will never be able to be part of the living process that this existence is. Life is more than logic, life is a paradox, life is a mystery. A man becomes a Buddha the moment he accepts all that life brings with gratitude. All our attachments are outward-oriented and hence this illusion. It is beautiful to be alone, it is also beautiful to be in love, to be with people. And they are complementary, not contradictory. If you are not selfish, you will not be altruistic, remember. To avoid pain, they avoid pleasure. To avoid death, they avoid life. Whatever you feel, you become. It is your responsibility. Go into your mind, analyze your mind. Somewhere you have tricked yourself. A respectable person is invariably unrespectable within. Truth is not to be found outside. No teacher, no scripture can give it to you. It is inside you, and if you wish to attain it, seek your own company. Be with yourself. Love the person, but give the person total freedom. Love the person, but from the very beginning make it clear that you are not selling your freedom. The real question is not whether life exists after death. The real question is whether you are alive before death. One who knows there is no need to discourse, knowing is enough. There exists no God. What exists is godliness, and that godliness surrounds you. We are all in the same ocean. There is a great difference between trust and belief. Trust is personal, belief is social. You are being taught everything, but you are not being taught to be yourself. This is the ugliest form of society possible because it makes everybody miserable. I live my life based on two principles. 1. I live as if today was my last day on earth. 2. I live today as if I am going to live forever. All religions are against sex because banning sex is the only way to make you feel guilty. When somebody on the outside fits with your inner image, you fall in love. That is the meaning of love. Love a woman as a goddess, then love becomes worship.